Today we are going to make a humble little bird bath. I want to put it in here. So I'm Jane, this is the house of Matilda and Josephine, and every Wednesday I do a video of the creation of the garden of the house of Matilda and Josephine. So today I am literally just going to make a little bird bath. Actually, look at me. I'm going, yes, I've made it. It's done. It's finished. I am happy. Yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to just have a little base. This is not the base. The little thing there. And then obviously have a little something. But that is actually exactly the size I want. So there I was thinking this was going to take me hours. And look at that. It's done. But now it's the case of making. So if I have that. What I want to do as well is I want to get some perspex. I have some ready in the wings to make a little bit of a circle. I don't know whether it's going to look right because looking at it now, I'm not sure. But I want to have that and then put some of the lovely glass paint that I've used on the window, which I think is, yeah, you can see it. And put it in so it looks like there is water in there. I don't know what colour I'm going to do this bird bath. I don't know. But I just think, yeah, it is done. So there we have it. So yeah, I want to make the edges kind of maybe like that. Just do like a little, what's that sort of pie crust thing that you can have? You can have one of those. That is a bit annoying, but I don't know. I quite like the white colour as well. So I don't know if that's completely ruined it. It looks all right there though, I think. Yeah. Maybe smaller ones, or maybe not as pronounced, so it's just a little bit more. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the base. So how high do I want it? I want it there. I want it there. I don't know what I'm actually putting on the base of the garden yet, so we'll have to wait and see. And there we are. So once the clay is open, because I don't put it in anything, I just leave it. I fold over the end, tape it up. You do get the odd bits of hard stuff in there. But it's very simple. Just take it out. Yeah, so all I have to do, basically, is just have that. I mean, it's not going to be anything. But what would be quite nice is to have some kind of vine or something wrapped up. So I don't know whether to make that with the clay. That would be quite ambitious for me. Or to have even just the wiring from this and have it wrapped up around. I don't know. What I might do is I want to get a little bit of detail in it. I want to make it look a little bit like I've thought about it a bit more. So round it up a bit. I have these tools, but I don't know how to use them. Yeah, I want to make it a bit more detailed. Every time I do that, it kind of, unless I do this, wow, there she goes. She's going crazy ambitious now. No, it's not. Unless I just, yeah, so I do that again. Make that again. But with that. Okay. Did it actually work? I don't know. So I put that on there. Yeah, actually. That is a start. I just plonk that on. See, my view is you just wet the clay and then it should stick together. Or if it doesn't, we just go for a good old-fashioned glue. Actually, I could do it like that, so it's at a point. Oh, yes. I think, yeah, if we do that. Okay. I'm going to do it, whether it works or not. This is where I do my balancing act. How to actually have this so it sets. If I squish it in a little bit. Or I could do what Gert from Gert Creates, I think it's Gert Creates, suggested, was to put a toothpick in here. But look, it's working. But I don't think it's gonna work though. I think it's gonna fail unless I do the base. Let's see. Okay. The base is just going to be a flat thing. This can be one of my shortest videos. Be like, yes, it's done. Ah, that's not done. Okay, so I want it to be pretty flat on the surface. I do want it to stand. Actually, if I assemble it that way, and then what I can do, well, that did stick. That was quite good. It felt good. Okay, it is not. Right there. Yeah, I might need to get a stick of something and put it in there and just hold it together, because I do quite like that. Or even a wire, actually. Ooh. Oh, because that's a shame that actually, I don't know why I want to make it hard for myself. I should just get the stick or the wire and stick it in there. Yeah. It's more like a sort of chess piece, like a little pawn. Oh, do you know, I think I might actually have that, because I really like chess. So if I put there. Yay! No. Okay, I'm going to get something. Yep, I got some of this, which I used before, which is just floristry wire. And I am going to carefully, in fact, what I could do is this going to work? Is that the right way around? No, it's not. Let's get it the right way around first, shall we? Oops. I think that it's supposed to be rusticy and not great anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then, oh God, stick it through. So it goes all the way down to the end. And it'd be like a dipstick for a car. That didn't work at all. But what I'm going to do is cut it there, because that should be enough. And then I'm going to carefully... I wish I'd done more detail on this. I think, actually, no, once I've got this stuff in here, I feel like a professional. Right, so that's that bit, isn't it? I mean, I am not bothered about whether it looks perfect or not. There. Oh my gosh. So thank you, Gert, for that. That has helped me millions. Right. So I'm always saying that, yeah, I do like to sort of come up with things myself, but it does help to have other people, to watch other people's videos. There are so many people out there. It is incredible how, I mean, nowadays YouTube is just a resource for everything. It is a library. Yeah, I don't know if that sounded funny. It's a library. It's almost like a sudden, was it a revelation or something? Oh my gosh, YouTube is actually a library. But it is, I mean, you know, so many people who don't watch YouTube think it's just entertainment, but actually, yeah, I'm thinking maybe the base should be bigger. And do I want to use this as the thing to go around it? No, I actually don't. I actually don't. I'm thinking about the vine. Oh my gosh. It looks very, I think it just looks too chunky. How does it look? Can I pick it up? Actually, in situ. Oh gosh. Yeah, once it's in there, I think it would look alright. I just don't know what colour to do it. I do think the base needs to be a bit wider. But again, from practicality, if I'm putting loads of stuff in here, because this is quite a small space, would it be a good idea? So what I'm doing here is I'm going to make the vine. The vine? Am I going to make a vine? I don't know. Or I could just get the ivy stick. I don't know if that looks like it's actually fallen. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Okay. Now I need a cutting tool. I also think it depends on how this looks once it's dry, because once it's dry, it will look a lot different. I'm a genius. I should have, oh, let's just try this, okay. Neck, oh, no, right. Oh, maybe I should even do this once it's dry. Because this is quite ambitious for me. No, I shouldn't do it once it's dry. I should be wetting it though, shouldn't I? I can put wet, so if I do that, and then, oh, and then my hand is in the way so you can't see what I'm doing. There, oh my gosh. Again, I need professional guidance. So this isn't going to be long enough unless I just do it like that. Yeah, I wanted to have more. I did want to have more, I think. Yeah, unless I, oh, maybe. Oh, I don't know whether I'm in the shot. Oh my gosh, this is where I want to pick it up and throw it out the window. Okay. Now that works. There. Oh. Yeah, I still wish I'd made that bit thinner, especially now that I've put the stuff in it. But that looks good. But what I have to do now is stick little bits to it, like little leaves, and be like these people that make these amazing ones. What is it they do? You kind of do that, and then you, yeah, do something else. Squish it. I can just squish it. But then I need to, I found myself, gosh, coughing, some tweezers. And these are from the set that I had. Oh. But all you need to do is actually, yeah, you can just stick it. You don't have to put it in the tweezer. And then you've got a leaf. Wow, that's really not, okay. Oh. It's alright, isn't it? I think, okay, maybe not. I think the problem is, I think what I need to do is not put it in the tweezer. Because I have seen people that have like these, what are they called? Pointy tweezers. Oh, that was the other thing as well, is you put something in there and squish it together. So you make the tiny little thing, and then squish it, and then do like a thing. Yeah, I think maybe either I need to do the leaves with like paper or something, because this might be ambitious for me. That looks quite good, but how many years is it going to take me to actually do it? There. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I want to make this longer. I want to make it kind of coming out. I think I'm either not going to do anything with it, or I am going to make it out of paper, because I think my level of expertise with clay at the moment, it will get better, but at the moment it's kind of, yeah, it's not quite where I want it to be. So as I've got a natural cut just there, so I'm going to make that bit thinner. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add that, dip it in some water. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, luckily my hand was hiding what I'm doing, so you miss the, yeah, the disaster. Right, there we go. Oh, I think I can get away with that. Although, yeah, it would stick. Would it stick more on the underside? So if you go like that, and then kind of have it going around, and maybe hanging over the edge like that. Will that work? And does it look too thick now? Should it have been thinner? Gosh, the questions. And do I want a bit of extra bit on the side? Do I want a bit coming off? My word. This is where I overthink things, overdo things, and I should have left it absolutely plain. Okay, so what I was thinking was just having a few bits coming off here and there. Maybe shorter than that. I don't know why I do that. I can just rip it. There we go. Yeah, have little bits coming off. I'm completely unaware of where I am in the camera. Oops. That doesn't look good at all, does it? Right. I have a little bit coming off there. Maybe it needs to be a longer bit, actually, because then I can have it. But then I'm also going for how it looks in the final. Actually, yeah, no, that works. I think. Because in the final, sort of, once the garden is done, and I have until, what is it, the 21st, 22nd? I can't remember. Because it is now meteorological spring, I think. That's the right way of saying it. I don't know why. I studied astrophysics when I was in my 20s, so I should be able to pronounce these words, but there you go. But, yeah, I'm going for this to be ready by the, now, is it the equinox or the other thing? Wow, she really knows her terms. Oh, I really want to have, like, another bit hanging off. Ooh, like that. But can I get it to stick and can I get it to look? Unless I put it underneath so you can't see the join. So it's like there. This could look absolutely ridiculous or it could look good. There we go. I probably need the magnifying glass as well because it's not quite... Yeah, I'd want it to come out of it, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it like that because that is... I could make it... Yeah. Oh, I quite like that. I quite like the way that's bent like that. Will it stay like that? Don't know. Will it break off once? And is that actually sliding off? It looks like it doesn't look straight. Doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't. We had one in the garden growing up, and you could take the top off, which I'm guessing is normal, but I just think that used to fascinate me. It's like, wow, you could actually take the whole thing off. Don't know why that fascinated me. Right, I'm just going to do like a little pattern around the base. Just because it looks boring. There we go. Oh. Wow, I'm really amazed with this. The one thing that I'm really happy about is that I'm having such trouble with procrastination. I have my whole life, and it's down to fear. It's down to not wanting to start stuff, knowing how much work is going to go into something. Am I going to fail? And even though I don't think I have this, it is that fear of rejection, the fear that people aren't going to like it. And I always think, no, that's not me. I don't care if people like it or not. But deep down, I think we all do. I think we all have that. Yeah, it's slightly wonky. Maybe because I put the wire in. I like that. I think that works. Maybe I could put a bit of detail in here. Like a kind of almost matching. Not so much. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's working. Yeah, okay. Oh. No. Yeah, whichever angle I look at, it does seem to lean. I think that's quite sweet. I think it's going to have to probably be there. Because I want to see... Yeah, if I was going to put it there, I'd want to see... Oh, it's fine. Maybe the... Oh, and what I need to do as well is get the edge of it. Oh, this would work, wouldn't it, as a tool for something? Make little... No. This is where I'm overdoing it again. What I do want to do, though, is make the join to the base look a little bit neater. And I do have a tool, but I don't think it's here, where I can, I'm so aware of where my camera angle is, or unaware actually, most of the time. The problem is most of it is hidden by the, I just wanted it to have a bit more of detail. You know what, that's it, that's fine, it's good enough. That's all we could ever ask for. Right. Push these down a little bit more. I think we are going to leave that to dry, and what I'm going to do next is make, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I want to put a little tiny bit of water in the middle using the perspex. But how am I going to do it? So that is the angle at which you would have it. There's going to be a tiny, tiny little bit of water in there. So I need to cut. But is it going to be a perfect circle? I don't know. Because that's not a perfect circle. I have an idea. I'm going to make a template. Oh, I just yelled at you. All right. So I'm just going to cut out random shapes. This isn't probably going to work. Gosh, such a pessimist. So I just want to see how it sits in there. That's going to be too big, isn't it? Or is it? And then I can't get it out because yeah. No. Or even just seeing exactly how it looks. I think if I did that, and then I could get maybe some little stones or something, get something like these, and put them around the edge. That is actually, in my mind, that is really working. So what I'm going to do is, that is actually the perfect size. Look at that one. I did it straight away. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to trace it onto my perspex, and while this is drying, I am going to make the water. Okay, we have a little piece of perspex. We have a little bit of paper that I did earlier, and I'm just going to draw around it. And of course it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh my god. And it's not going to be perfect. And I'm going to spend quite some time. Oh, I just probably smeared it. No, I haven't. Okay. This is bringing back memories of making the, the trouble is, from here, I can see the shadow of the line. So my brain is finding it difficult to pick out where the line actually is. What I might do is get my magnifying glass. I am indeed going to do a quick time lapse of this because it's going to take some time. So I completely screwed up the camera angles and everything, and the whatever it's called, magnifying glass was in the way. So that did not become my little time lapse. So yeah, here it is. It's cut out. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I think I'm much better at doing stuff like that now. I told myself I wasn't going to put it in until the clay has dried, and yeah, I've just shoved it in there. I just want to see how it sits. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. I think what I'm going to say to myself is, yes, it's going to sit fine, and what we need to do is get on and do this. And I might just raise this up a little bit. There we go. Because I'm trying all different kinds of camera angles. Right. So I've got this one. I thought I picked up a lighter green. I did pick it up. I don't know what I've done with it. That's bizarre. Let me go and find that. And here it is. So yeah, I take it out of its basket that I put all the stuff in and probably left it on the side. So there we go. But one thing I'm really, really happy about is that I did all this tidying up. I did a post on it where I just can't find anything. And so I wanted to, I'm going to do this very, very thinly. But I wanted to sort out all my art supplies and everything and make sure everything's in the right place. And it has made such a difference. You know, for normal people, it'd be like, well, that's obvious. I knew that wasn't going to come out. No. Now, the great thing about this peelable paint, that's not going to fit in there, is it? I need some of that wire, which may also not fit in there. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, the great thing about the peelable paint is that if you make a mistake or it doesn't look right, you just peel it off. So, it does mean, of course, that I've got to let this dry. before I can see whether it's worked or not. But I'm just going to swirl it around. I don't want it to be too blue. That's the trouble. I don't want it to be too green either. And from memory, these don't dry how you'd expect them. But yeah, I think having it like that, so it's kind of swirly and messy. And then I do want to put a little tiny bit of white. Whoops. So it kind of looks like it's perhaps got a little bit of, I don't know what that stuff's called. Yep, that one's not coming out either. Just a little bit of white. This wire is proving to be very, very useful. Little bits of white around the edges. Because what I plan to do is put the stones there. So I just want to swirl that in. And as I say, once it's dry, if it doesn't look right, I can have another go. I do. But having the stones around the edges hides the thing. I don't know whether this is going to actually look like water, but we shall see. It's more like a planet. Right, okay, I'm going to leave that to dry. Leave that to dry, leave that to dry. And then the moment of truth. Okay, the moment has come. It is dry. This little bit fell off. And I will probably just paint it and then glue it on afterwards, which is not the best idea. I should have glued it first. But I'm in a hurry and I want to get this thing finished because I want to see what it looks like. So let's just go in and just put white paint on my finger. Okay. So I want to give it a stony look, which means basically I'm just going to make it up as I go along. But I want to kind of, oh my gosh, that looks a bit like bird poop. It reminds me of like pigeon flyby, that colour. That's quite a nice colour actually. Let's see if I can do that. And I want to give it a light wash. I'm going to do it over everything. She says a light wash and then it's not. Yes, if I do it over everything, over the vine and everything, then I can do more detail on that after. Now I'll need my trusty magnifying glass. I quite like that colour. It's not the stony colour I was looking for, but oh my gosh, we're getting so close to May the 4th. I keep thinking of that line. These are not the droids you are looking for. Ah, right, okay. In we go. Yeah. And again, colour mixing. Am I going to get the right colour? Am I going to get the same colour as before? Oh, that's going to be slightly too... Oh my gosh. That's so sad. It's like I should have had a little patch there so I could have put them in together. It's not going to be the same colour. Wow. Okay. If I water it down, no, look at that. It's not. Well. If I kind of mix it in, see, I quite like that colour as well, so it's fine. But if I kind of mix it in, yeah, with the others, it's all good. It's all good. Everything's good. But then I think I like this colour better. I'm also thinking as well with that, did I do it too blue? Should I have left, now that I've coloured this in, I might actually change it. Because I have time. I'm alright. Alright. Yeah, I might leave some of the areas sort of actually clear. And also I put white on it. White doesn't seem to dry white. It just seemed to dry clear, so I'm not quite sure what that colour is for. Okay. Now, it's funny because on my phone, there's like a clamp thing. So where I'm holding this, I can't actually see. So I need to see. When I'm painting like that, yeah, I think I need to know if I'm actually in the frame. And I don't think I am. I mean, I'm in the frame, but I think I'm holding it. Like, it doesn't. It matters. It matters a huge amount, but at the same time, there we go. One thing I think I do quite often when I'm painting things is I paint them too dark. I start off too dark, so I am quite proud of this moment of not doing it too dark. And then, of course, painting this, if this snaps off, it doesn't matter. We have glue. Oh, it is very, very, oh, it's very, very, oh, God. I can't even say the word because I'm just so nervous about breaking it. Very fragile. That's the word I'm looking for. Right. I like that as it is. I think if I do a few darker patches here and there, or not. No. Okay. Move it up a little bit. Yeah. There's a bit missing. That's the funny thing is I'll finish it. It will be wonderful. And then I'll just see this huge white patch where it's kind of lost its way. Or I've lost my way and not done it. So, yeah, just putting a few, maybe in there. And that's something I do like to do, is just use my finger to blend it in a little bit. Voila. I'm wondering whether to put a little bit of brown here and there. Yeah, I like that. Again, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to, because I'm not using any reference pictures. That's something that I need to get better at. I do love looking at reference pictures and seeing what, how things should look, how stones should look. But then what happens is I get a bit too excited about doing the project, and oh gosh, I need to pull that off. And then I don't, oh no, I've added the green. Oh well. I don't then use the reference stuff when I'm actually doing the painting. So like this one, you know, I had some ideas in mind. In fact, I was going to do it very similar to that colour. But I'm glad I did it this, because I think it's got more of a mossy look to it. Oh, I can see some areas that need help. I'm trying to think what colours. It's almost like that sort of bronzy effect that you get when you have bronze. Oh my gosh, the scary moments. I mean, this is kind of, I don't know what colour to do this. I might do it sort of browny. I might mix sort of the yellow ochre with some brown and have that. Oops. So now, yeah, I'm thinking, is that blue just going to look too blue, basically? And maybe some darker bits on the edge. It's like I'm thinking, wouldn't the edges be a bit fainter? I don't know. And my mum suggested putting a little bird on the side, but that's not really me. I think I'd rather have a little dragon or something. But for me, at the stage of I'm at with clay making a dragon would be somewhat ambitious. Especially if that side, making a dragon of any size would be ambitious for me, but the tiny, no. But yes, that is my is it aspiration? Something, I don't know what the word is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to dry and see. Oh, I keep seeing little white patches. Okay, I'm gonna get some brown, and then see, it has a specific side to stand now because it is leaning. So and thankfully it is the side that I like best. So I was looking at some photos while this was drying of sort of bronzy statues, and they're all very different actually. Some of them were almost blue, some of them were very greeny, some of them had their sort of original colour. But one thing that I was reminded of was how on the edges where you would touch it, it still had that sort of bronzy colour. So I'm going to attempt something. I don't know what it's going to come out like. But because it's got that bronzy green, I kind of feel like I want to pretend that I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to make that sort of, there we go. That kind of I don't know whether I need some red in it. I also need to have a picture in front of me. That's something. If I just do that, let's just do it. Really, in the worst possible place, right where you see it. Yeah. Okay, I've just rubbed it off. Actually, I don't know. Or maybe if I do add a little bit of blue. And then, yeah. Okay, let's just put it on the foot here. Because again, when you look at all these bronze statues, they do all have different colours. So I can get away with anything. But do I want a bit of red in it? Because what it looks like is I kind of see it. Maybe it needs a bit more yellow. I think that's not very good. I'm just putting it on these areas. God. Good God. Okay. I mean, if anything, it's just giving it a bit of colour. It's giving it a little bit of colour. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, if we just do it all around the edges. And then smooch it on like that. Yeah. I don't think it looks particularly bronzy. I do have this fabulous book. I was going to go and get it actually, but I didn't, obviously. But I have this book that does have how to paint metals in it, but it's an airbrush book. And I had an airbrush when I was younger, and I absolutely loved it. But I never learned how to use it properly. I never learned how to do like real. That's actually quite cool. I quite like that. Yeah, I never learned how to really use it to do like the real proper detailed art. So I just ended up using it as the background on paintings and stuff. Oh no, I can't get my finger in there. All right. So I'm gonna get quickly. Oh no. Oh no. So I want to just, yeah. Yeah, so I can't remember what I was talking about. No, I was talking about airbrushing and doing the details. So yeah, so I mean, there's amazing airbrush work, and I wanted to do that. I love that. I love the look of airbrushing. But yeah, I didn't, basically. That's all I'm saying. I just didn't. So would you have it down there? Would you have like perhaps where rainwater goes? Would rainwater make it worse, or I don't know. Some areas I think, yeah, that works. You could almost guess it might be. But where is the most important part? The most important part is the front. So I just want to maybe a little bit too watered down. I just want to have areas where you probably have it more. I don't know where you'd have it more, maybe more against that. It's kind of, I'm thinking, would you have it more where the vine is or less where the vine is? I don't know. But either way, it's working. I'm happy actually. But you probably wouldn't necessarily look at it and think, wow, yeah, that was a bronze. That was a bronze early. Yeah. It looks like something that's had lots of sort of different coloured paints on it. That's what I'm seeing. I need to get like a little sort of spongy tool, because where I can't get my finger in. Quite nice actually, just putting that wash on it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking it. It's happening. That's what I'm going to say. Right. Yeah, just putting the wash here, there, and everywhere. I think if I keep saying, this is bronze, then while you're watching this, in your mind, it will be bronze. Like mind trick. There's a big white bit there. I don't know how that happened. I'm really nervous to put that thing in because I do think it's just too blue. Although, we will see, right? Do I go in right now and just have a go at doing the vine? Because I've got the colours that I want right here. Trouble is, I should have my magnifying glass so that I actually paint properly and don't go messy. Oh, nope, I missed a bit already. But sometimes when you've got the paint and you've got the paintbrush, you just got to get into it and do it. I'm thinking that colour is quite nice as it is. There we go. This could be a very, very long and painful process. I focus very, very hard on the task at hand. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'll drip it. Because I do think when people are painting models and things, it's so nice when it's really, really accurate. And when you see that the paint's gone off the area that it's supposed to be on. Oh no. It's just like, just that little attention to detail is important to me. I like, but because I'm going to say it's like 5:30 in the morning and my eyesight is not that brilliant and I haven't set up my magnifying glass, so I can see it perfectly well, but it's like I can see it well until I get the magnifying glass and think, oh, okay, yeah, that was not so good, right? Oh yeah, you can see I painted it in there. That will bother me. Right, we can just hide that little mistake there. We're good. Right, I almost feel like this is, yeah, I'm feeling, it's bronze. I'm feeling the bronziness. I actually think this colour, if I put this colour alone on, it might have worked. I don't know where it's going. I'm moving it all over the place right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that colour, but I do feel that it actually looks more bronze than the statue. Right. Do. We are so nearly there. And then I'll probably put, this is the bit that I find hard, is when you just see all the little areas where I've not done them and then I have to go in. So I have to look, obviously, yes, it's going to have an angle, so it's going to sit like that. But what bits are you actually going to see? And also, it's not going to sit. I might use it as something else after. I've got to be careful as well not to dip my cardigan in, because I do get an acrylic. Well, it's acrylic, so. Okay, just put a few brownie bits here and there. Because I want it to look like a vine. I don't want it to look like it's an actual, statue. I would like it to look like it's a proper bird bath with a real vine going around it. Wow. Okay, I'm going to sit that there and sort of look at it. Why is it not? Right, okay. Yeah. I think with a few touches of brown, I'm really risking my cardigan right now. A few touches of brown here and there, just adding to it. There's whiteness in there that I don't like. It's going to scare me. Ooh. But I don't want it to be all over it. I want it to be here and there. Because it's a dead, I guess you could say it's a dead bit of ivy. Someone has cut it off in its prime. Because ivy is quite, what's the word that you call it? It's quite prolific, very weedy. Is it prolific? Is that the right word? I'm going all over the place. But yeah, it's we have a lot of ivy in this garden, and it looks really beautiful until you see that it's pretty much strangling everything else out. Now, I like that. I'm happy with that. Oh, yeah. One thing I'm trying to do as well with my little projects is not have it so that there's like, it doesn't matter as long as you don't look at the back. I want to try and make them things that you can pick up and look at the whole thing. Because I made that little gate for the side of the house. It's not here at the moment. But yeah, you can't pick that up and look at the back because the back is just balsa wood. I don't think I'm going to glue that bit on, which is a bit of a shame. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it. Because if I don't paint it and then later on I decide I want to glue it on, I just won't. So give that a quick paint, and then I'm going to leave that all to really properly dry. It won't take long. But I want to make sure it's completely dry. And then I'm going to sit the glass in it, or plastic. And then, yeah, just see how... It'd be easier actually just to get some paint on my fingers and just, yeah, just do that. It's done! Yeah, that's all right, actually. I'm going to leave that. Oh. Nice. Okay. I am really, really loving this. I sort of thought at first, I'm not sure about this blue, but I quite like it. And you can see some of the undercolor coming through. Whether next time, whether I would just have a clear sheet of plastic with just a really, really thin coat of the, what is this called? Glass paint. I don't know. I can still peel it off. I can still do it, but it's just like, no, because then I'd have to wait hours for it to dry, and I'm an impatient person, so I'm going to get the little stones in. And I stick these in, and I'm probably going to stick that... Oh, I've lost it now. Oh, there it is. Probably going to stick that in while I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going to stick some of these on. I should have taken them out first. I'm just going to put a little handful. I don't know how many I'm going to need. Oh, dear. It's not very good to be wearing this sort of thick cardigan. I do have my magnifying glass handy, and thankfully not in the frame this time. So that I can stick these in. I really feel like I should have bigger ones. I also noticed that the little wire that I'd put through the whole thing it had come out, and that's why it wasn't standing properly. So I chopped that off. There's still a little bit there, but it's not going to hurt. But yes, I'm a happy bunny. Right, so what I need to do is actually just stick some glue down, I think, rather than try and carefully place them. I think, oops. What I can do is just stick some glue around some edges. I've actually managed to close it. There we go. I could have been squeezing for hours. Right. Oh, wow, that's a bit too much. Okay. So I'm just going to use one of my acrylic paintbrushes. Oh dear. To smoosh that around a bit and try and make sure I don't... Oh no. Just went to all that work and then it... Because actually I don't need to put them all the way around. I just think it's nice to have something where it looks like things are falling in. Why you would have stones falling in. Although you would put stones in a little... thing. We have a little, it's not a proper fancy bird bath actually, but we've got, oh my goodness, we've got like a little, just a tray, plant tray in the garden, with some stones in it. And it's quite nice because then the little birdies can perch on the stones. I find it so funny. I have so many alarms set on my phone, and another one just went off, and it puts a black sort of thing across the screen. And I always think, oh my gosh, what have I done? It's usually because I'm expecting it to say, you've run out of time. Or whatever. I've actually got an hour left of film time on my phone, which is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I'm just randomly putting these on, and I'm not sure. I quite like the idea of having them in the middle as well. I thought this was going to look good, but It looks amazing. I think once it's, oops. If I put some, like a little clump of them in the middle, I think once it's painted, once it's, oh gosh, that's going to be more than a clump, isn't it? Okay. Let's just do this, shall we? Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll put them everywhere except where they need to be. What I'm thinking is that I'm probably, oh god, I had the tweezers. Did I bother with the tweezers? No. Not that it's going to make any difference, to be honest. I didn't pick any up. But moving it around, so you've got like a little mound. And what I'm going to do is, in a second, I need something that's going to hold this down. In a second, oh god, because I can't put my nail in there, or can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Oh, but it's, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Right, so it looks like it's flat. Because what I want to do... See, there will be people watching this now going, you should have just glued the plastic in first. And then put the stones in. Right, what I'm going to do is turn it upside down. Tap any that aren't on it. See, I kind of like it, but at the same time, is it that I've got too much hanging around the edge? Should I put more? Yeah, that needs to be flat. I mean, that looks alright, doesn't it? I think maybe maybe I should have them all the way around the edge. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at that now and thinking, what on earth have I done? Let's tap some off. Yeah, perhaps do a few more in other areas. So I think as well, I want to make it, I don't know, oh god. Well, I thought the vine was a great idea until I realised that I couldn't actually. This is where I leave the paint on the paintbrushes. It dries, and even though you can peel this paint off, not paint, it's not paint. It's yeah. glue, that's what I was looking for. Okay, everything's good, everything's fine, let's breathe. I actually went over the park this morning to look at the sunset, and it was about -2 out, and the frost was so lovely. And it's just such a calming thing. Sometimes when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, stressed, and your miniature bird bath isn't quite playing fair, a little walk over to the park. I'm gonna be honest, I drove this morning. I was like, I can't be bothered to walk, I'm not in the mood. I try and walk quite a lot every day, but some days I just don't want to. I think I'm not really sure what I was going for. But I do quite like that. I do think I need, that's something as well. Obviously, that's what I was going for. So that you can't see the edge. I don't know if you can see that there's the edge on the plastic there. That is why I need to actually, the front nose there, I know I shouldn't be doing that, but if you can't see it, why hide it? Because I'm a professional, and oh, I whistled. Professional. Yeah, so I stick some there. I'm throwing some everywhere now. Oh, my alarm just went off again. It's because I can't press the turn off the alarm thingy because the holdy thingy on my phone is in the way. So technical. So I have to press snooze, which means it's just going to keep going off. Yeah, I quite like that. I need to get rid of some of those. I mean, that random one, I'm really thinking about sort of doing lovely. I want to do, oh no, now I've messed it up. Look at that. That's fine. I'm liking that now. I think that works. Yeah, it's all good. We're happy. I do want to take these out, and then I've got to, yeah, because you can see the edge of the plastic, which is not. Oh, what I could do is I did have this in reserve because I wasn't sure if this would work. I'm still not sure if it's going to work, but what I'm thinking of is around the edges where I don't really want to put too much, I could just put that and it'll end up looking amazing. Okay. Let's just, the other thing is, while I've put too much glue on the paintbrush, and then I need to get one of these really, really special magnifying glasses that jewelers have when they actually wear them. They wear them. Like sort of like a monocle thing. But then I'd make really stupid miniatures, and they're not stupid, but the kind of miniature that you have to get a magnifying glass to actually look at, and I think they're amazing. But I do think that I want to be able to enjoy something without having to have special equipment. That sounds weird. Yeah, that works a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm going to end up covering the whole thing with stones. Yes, there's one more. I don't know, what's it look like from that way? That looks good. So we could put tiny ones here. Yeah, this is where it's like these angels, whatever, the art angels, please look down and tell me to stop. Tell her to stop. But, you know, I don't know if this is the right thing, but I do want to cover that edge. And definitely, when I do this sort of thing again, I will have to come up with a different way of doing that, because I don't really want to cover the whole thing with stones. Looks a bit weird. But because you've got that edge, and it's annoying me because I can see it. Don't know if that's going to be enough glue. Whoa, yes. I don't know why I got excited about that. It just landed in there. Okay. Dip it all out. So I wanted it to be like in different areas, but not be too much. But actually, if I just squish it to the edge, or even push it down so it's kind of in there. Yeah, so I just want to push some of them. Already stuck down. Push some of them away from the water. So I quite like that there are some hanging around, but I do want to look more piled up. And these little ones need to be more on the edge because they have a function, and that is to hide the edge. I mean, I can pretend they're leaves or something. Look at these lovely leaves. No. Yeah, that there, underneath there is too far out. I'm going to glue this on. I have decided this needs to be, which way is it? I don't remember. It kind of looks like it should be that way because that looks like it snapped off, and I want to have it so that it's more in the front because it was in the back before. Okay. Let us just put a little glue on here. I never quite figure out whether I should be looking through the magnifying glass or not. When I say a little bit of glue. Yeah. Okay. And if I get it so it just hangs. Right. And now nobody breathe for about 10 minutes and we should be good. Okay. Glue has dried, and I think what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of green and yellow and sort of mix it up and make a kind of mossy mess. So it's one of the things I find annoying with acrylic. I mean, it's not annoying, but it's just that obviously once your palette paints have dried, that's pretty much it. And you're on your own. So I'm just mixing cadmium yellow with emerald green. These are the only colours I've got. I've got like I think it's probably just like a starter pack of these System 3 De La Rowney acrylics. I don't really mention what I've got. So yeah, these are the ones. Ultramarine, yellow ochre are the ones that I've used so far, and then just titanium white. There we go. Yeah, so what I want to do, hopefully there's no glue left on this. It feels a little bit gluey. And I haven't bothered to change my paint water even. Yeah, I just want to make this so it looks like there's a mossy, sort of mossiness on the, I don't know if that's going to be a good colour. I think maybe I shouldn't have used that yellow. I don't know why. I think I almost used the yellow because I felt like, well, I haven't used it, although I obviously have, because I put it there. So I'm just going to use the yellow ochre, shove it on there, and then see what that does with it. Because I just want to have like a, good lord, got to learn not to. That might work. Again, I don't know. I think it's very much, I just want a very light wash. I'm trying to look through the magnifying glass and above the magnifying glass at the same time. I'm kind of missing. Yeah, I want it to have it, oh, okay, that one's come off. That's good because I don't want them all to be on there. Again, another one. So it have like, oh, what is it called? You get that sort of mossy, oh, okay, that one's coming off. Mossy colour on things when they've been in the water. And it's not mossy. That's not the word. Yeah. So this is how you do it. You wait until everything's dry and then you just pick off all the random ones with your paintbrush. I'm very doubtful as to whether this is the right green, but at the same time, yeah, another one. Is that one going to come off as well? Yeah. I painted my glass. I've now, I nearly knocked off my little bit of extra line there, which has, it does seem to have stuck on quite nicely. Yes, if I'm adding the green, it does make it look a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. I'm thinking realistic, but I'm not thinking that that's right. Oh, let's mix a bit more of that in, I think. Move my hand out of the way. So I'm just mixing about the yellow ochre with the green. Yeah, just plonking it on. I can't think of what it's called. It's like you get that kind of, when you have something that's wet, and it gets that weird sort of strandy green. It's a bit gross actually. You know, if you have some stagnant water, and you get like that sort of weird stringy green stuff on it, which I don't know what it's called. It's not lichen, it's not moss. See, when I look at it from a distance, I then think, oh, is that actually good? Maybe I need to put a little bit of this yellow on. Sometimes I think, am I actually seeing? Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh, no. Am I just putting colours on just for the sake of it? Or am I doing it because I think it's going to look good? I don't know. And also, if you have stains in with bronze, what effects does it have? Does it kind of put colour in the water and make it look different? I don't know. Oops, there's some more coming off. I think those ones in the back need a bit of green. And then, voila. Okay, what are we thinking? Yeah, let me just pop it down. I can't see how it looks on the camera. Let's put it there where I can see it. So here it is, the finished little bird bath. I'm very proud of that actually. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, all of those things. They're all free. And I will be back next week with another installment of the Matilda and Josephine Doll's House Garden. Or indeed on the Sunday for a little Matilda and Josephine painting, a miniature. Let me just pop it over there. There we go. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time.